All right, good morning, everyone. Well, it's 9 a.m., top of the hour, and this is the beginning of the morning show. So thank you for those who are tuning in on YouTube and on Facebook. The goal today is going to be to try to find a couple of trades, ideally looking for 15 to 20 cents per share. And that's it. That's the daily goal, right? So one trade, get green, get out. Once you're green, be grateful, hit the road, don't come back. We're going into a long weekend. So we've got the market closed on Monday for Memorial Day. So right now, just looking for one good trade. And this morning, we do have some momentum. We can look at the scans here. ELEV is currently up 65%. It is easy to borrow. It's got a bit of a shooting star on the 5-minute right there. Not perfect, but you know, it's moving. So this one's our second leading gapper. EFTR is our first leading gapper. I haven't taken any trades yet today. I think I took trades earlier pre-market every other day this week, but ELEV being easy to borrow threw me off a little bit. Anyways, it's nice to see the resolution. It resolved out of this wedge to the upside, so that's great to see. I'm glad for that, but no trades on it yet for me. All right, so at the moment, I'm sitting tight. All right, so for those who are tuning in for the first time, thank you, by the way. I hope you hit the thumbs up. And why don't you give me a comment of a stock that you're looking at, and I can pull that up and see what I think of it. So let's see. I'm going to go full screen on this. Okay, so let's see. The leading gapper right now is EFTR. This one is a 91-cent stock. It's a little bit cheaper. So you know that I wouldn't be interested in this one. Not going to trade it. BMR, is it still alive from yesterday? Let's look. For those that were tuned in yesterday, we got a nice gap and go on this at the open. So I ended up having a really nice trade on this as it squeezed at the open up through 650 to 7, up to 8. Tapped here a high of 8, but a nasty rejection, dropped back down. I did not trade that candle, and I'm glad for that because that could have been really nasty. So a little bit of chop there on it. Today, what do I think of it? It's pulled back too much. SHPH. Yeah, so this one is $1.43, 5.42 million share float. You can see the float here in yellow up at the top as well. It's pulled back too much. It's below VWAP, volume weighted average price. ONFO, yep, this one I was looking at earlier. I actually tried to take a trade on it as it dipped on this candle. I put the order out and did not get filled. So that was at about $2.10. It went up to a high of $2.48 without me. So that one I missed. All right, so that's ONFO. QH, I saw that hit the scanner earlier, 61 million share float. We've got a higher float on that one. SON, oh, SONN, 2 N's. 44 cents, it's too cheap for me. QH has a lower float. Let me check the filings. Mm, 55 Class A, 6 million Class B. ELEV pushing a little higher there. 514 up to 528. Nice. Good job. Nice breakout. QH2 looks kind of stacked up. I don't know. Lightspeed shows 46 million shares. Not sure. So on ELEV, you've got that pop there up to 35. Some people might do a dip here. I don't think I would because it hit 28, pulled back for a second, then went to 35. So the 10-second chart gives a little bit more insight into that candle. So as many of you guys know, we're celebrating our anniversary here at Warrior Trading. It's been 10 years since I created our YouTube channel. And we've got a special sale going on to celebrate the anniversary and for Memorial Day. So make sure you guys check that link out. It's posted on YouTube and on Facebook in the comments. So yeah, a topping tail there of 544 and a little pullback. Thank you to those who are tuned in on YouTube. I hope you guys hit the thumbs up. Hope you're enjoying the morning show. ELEV pulling back a little bit now. Patience pays. ONFO curling back up a little bit, back to volume weight average price. 4.3 million shares of volume. Blue sky is over 350, but boy, look at that candle. Not great. Nice, good job, 950 bucks. That's great. Good work. Nice trades. Well done. You got a good piece of that move too. Very good. So MEOA was halted on a T12 halt, so halted by the exchange. The company has to provide more information to the exchange for NASDAQ to let them resume trading. So I haven't been keeping up with it. I don't know exactly where, if they've provided information, but that's where we were at a couple days ago. That's when it got halted. So Day Trade Dash, there is a simulator that you can use. You have to subscribe to it, but yeah, we have a simulator at Day Trade Dash, and then we have the simulator at Warrior as well. So we have it for both. So do sim fills represent real money fills accurately? And the answer is no, not really. The problem is a simulator will fill, you could fill 100,000 share order with no slippage. The problem is to replicate slippage accurately is very difficult. You would have to, it really is a difficult process. So the thing is, we've tried two settings for our simulator. One setting is you press the buy button, and as long as there's a seller here, you'll fill as many shares as you want at that price. So basically no slippage. You're in at 83, you're out at 82, just like that. And the other was that we only fill orders based on actual prints that go through the time and sales. But right now there's 4,000 shares. And if you wanted to buy those 4,000, you should be able to buy them even if a print doesn't go through, because they are for sale. And if there's another 2,000 for sale at 84. So to create a simulator that perfectly reflects market conditions would be it would be a significant undertaking. And so this is sort of my take on a simulator. You should use a simulator, except that it's not perfect. And even a simulator that perfectly reflects market fills wouldn't perfectly reflect emotions. So there would be other areas where you would say it's still lacking. But use a simulator as proof of concept. Because the fact is, if you can't make money in a simulator with the possible advantages that it gives you, you should not be trading with real money, right? So let's see. So that's my 2 cents. So trade in a simulator for proof of concept, and then flip the switch and trade live only once you've first proven profitability. That's the right way to do it. And then, you don't want to trade in a simulator for years and years and years. You want to flip the switch and start experiencing slippage and start experiencing the emotions that come with real money. That is important. Okay, so we've got about 15 minutes to the opening bell right now. ELEV hit a high of 544. It's back up here at about that price. I think that it's due for a 5-minute pullback. It could go higher, but it's extended here. You've got 2, 4, 6, 7 green candles in a row. So it looked like there was a hidden seller there on the ask. So while, certainly you could take that trade for the break of 44. Right now it's a double top. I think that it's a little risky, and I'd prefer to see it pull back again. It'd be a lot more, a much better risk to reward ratio if it sets up a proper 5-minute pattern. So high is 545. Hey, good morning. Welcome. Okay, so right now we've got ELEV sort of sideways. S&P 500 sold off, came back up. There was some economic news that came out this morning, but kind of hanging out there. Good morning. So the level 2 market data subscriptions would come from your broker. So whatever broker you use, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, that's where you can subscribe to level 2. So ELEV pulling back a little bit here. So Austin, yeah, no, definitely go through the classes because that's where you'll find answers to those questions. About 15% commission. About 8.5 minutes to the opening bell. Hey, good morning, Danny. The relative volume on the daily is the multiple of volume today versus what's average. This is a bit of a premature breakout on ELEV. Premature breakouts often get rejected. We'll see what this one does. There was a seller stacked up at 45 there. Another seller just added. High is 48. So we did make a new high by a couple of cents. But again, it's not a lot, you know, it's not as much action as I'd like. We were definitely seeing better range on BMR yesterday than this. So it's premature on the 5-minute because it hasn't pulled back enough to me. You know, again, that's just to me, but you had one red candle. So you had 2, 4, 6, 7 green candles and then only one red candle. And it's just not enough pullback to bring in fresh buyers, I don't think. MBOT, this one was very crowded last week when we traded it. So it's under the 200 moving average now. 200's at like 320. I don't know. I can check to see if there's news on this, but I'm not sure that this one's going to be a safe one either. Not seeing news. ELEV, this is like grinder stuff here where it pops like 5 cents and then drops, you know, 4 cents and then it pops up 8 cents and then it's just kind of like it's going, but for breakout traders, for traders that like to take quick entries, quick exits, a quick scalp trade, this one doesn't look like it's the right one for that right now. Yeah, it is still halted. So you had that topping tail candle up to 48, pulled back, then it broke through, goes to 58, dipped down to 53, up to 63, 64 now, 65, up 87%. About 4 minutes to the opening bell here. So what do we think on ELEV going into the open? Just a very small pullback there, and then now another 2 green candles in a row. See if it can get back over this blue line. Yeah, that's possible. We could get a dip. All right, so we've got 2.5 minutes to the open. This morning, we've got ELEV right now is our leading gap. We're up 87%. It's got a 15 million share float, about 11 million shares of volume. So we'll certainly have float rotation on it today. Very high relative volume. It is easy to borrow, but it's grinding higher. So we'll see what kind of opportunities it wants to give us. There may be some good trades on it. So far, it's been a little bit of a grinder, but it's grinding higher. So at least it's moving in the right direction. So I'll watch to see what we get on this. I'm also going to look to see if we get something that's perhaps a little bit more obvious, maybe later, or maybe just like a little more exciting later in the morning. This just isn't as exciting as what I might prefer. So we'll see if we find something a little more exciting later this morning, and I'll be here trading for Warrior Pro members. All right, so for those who have tuned in for the morning show on YouTube and Facebook, thank you guys for being here. I hope you have a great weekend. Market's closed on Monday, so it's a long weekend, but I'll be back at it Tuesday morning. And make sure you check out the anniversary sales that we've got going on right now at Warrior Trading. If you haven't checked it out, there's a link in the description. So check that out. And if you want to study up over the weekend, you can go through the classes. You can stream them all weekend long, and then you'll be ready bright and early on Tuesday morning when I turn on my broadcast and I'm ready to start trading. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you back here on Tuesday. Reminder, as always, trading is risky. My results aren't typical, and make sure you manage your risk. All right, so practice in a simulator before you put real money on the line, and I'll see you guys back here on Tuesday morning.